What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745. And finally, we got some new content. Spec Op 35 has been released. Hashtag Spec Op Drop. Of course, as usual, we're going to do our first look and overview, and we'll try to bring you everything that came out with this new Spec Op. Now, right away in Mission 1, you're going to see Moondragon. Unfortunately, she hasn't shown up on the team page just yet, so people are wondering, how do we get her? What's going on? Well, don't worry, she is going to be playable, and I'll show you why later. But first, the weapon that's available in Mission 1 is the Voltaic Zapper, a ranged gun energy electric attack. It's going to cause ozone to the enemy, and crackle ×3. That's right, ×3. Right off the bat, I think we got a decent weapon right here. It may not be the greatest thing ever, but 3 times crackle, especially with certain team-ups, I'll take it. Then moving on to Mission 2, that's where you'll find the Epic Boss. By the way, the Epic deploys are Crystal, Spitfire, and Misty Knight. At least that's what I'm hearing. Now the weapon for Mission 2 is going to be the Brawn Mace, and it grants Kree speed, so taking 2 actions after a full round. It also applies Rising Up, and removes debuffs. So yeah, this weapon seems pretty awesome. So far, Spec Op 35 has some decent options. The Kree speed though is what I really like. There will also be some sort of weapon set piece, I'm sure, off the Epic Boss. Then in Mission 3, it's the Spartax Guard Spear. This weapon causes pain and pincushion, plus grants combat expertise. Chance to counter single target and area attacks. So that part's decent. Overall, it's not like a terrible weapon. Now on to the taskbar. Our very first research item is going to be the Refined Metaphysical Crystal. And this gives a bonus of 34,374 offense, and a little over 17,000 defense. So a pretty sick offensive armory item. If you're running that Blaster E3 costume, you may want to go ahead and switch your armory to all of this item. By the way, I also do want to mention that the set pieces this time around are researchable, so we should be getting drops to help us out with that. That in itself is absolutely fantastic news, so I'm very happy they went back to that. Now for the next research item, it's the Staff of Misery. This is a psychic attack, and it applies Mental Anguish and Cerebral Agony, so something new, taking psychic damage over time. The damage also increases after they perform an offensive action, so it sounds pretty sick. Like I said, this Spec Op is definitely delivering as far as gadgets and weapons. Now after that, for the second research item, it's going to be the Psyche Persuader. This is an AoE debuff psychic move. It causes Manipulated, suppresses most effects that prevent or remove debuffs, so kinda like a poor man's Scroll of Rudamaroth. Pretty incredible and could help a lot of agents out. Then it also applies Weak Mind. So yeah, I could see this actually going on a few builds. No question. Then for our final research weapon, it's going to be the Staff of Agony. Psychic 4 Set 204. It's another AoE action, and it has Psychic Prowess. With another piece of the set equipped, it gains Cerebral Agony and becomes a quick action. With the entire set equipped, Mental Anguish is guaranteed to be applied. Then it's going to put the debuff Cosmic Nullifier on all the enemies. Nullifies class bonus. Plus it grants your agent Psychic Vampire. Stills health from the enemy, and stills more when the enemy has weak mind. So yeah, that set piece is pretty awesome. And I'm going to have to see the rest of this set, but it could be really promising. But for the main reward, it's going to be Mantis. Mantis is going to be a scrapper, and first she has Cosmic Calculations. Chance to counterattack actions with disadvantage. She also pre-counters enemies that have impaired, neutralized, off-balance, winded, exhausted, or intimidated, so Opportunist. Then she has Premonition. Chance to apply Rising Up to allies before they attack. Pretty amazing. Finally though, she has Psychic Warding, taking less damage from psychic attacks and effects, and removes 1 negative psychic effect every round. Now those are some serious passives. She's looking very good right off the bat. but we also have to take a look at all of her abilities. So let's check her out on the team page. Yes, I know Moondragon isn't there just yet, but she's coming at some point. Now this is the modern Mantis, and her first attack is going to be Vital Strike, an unarmed melee attack that exploits combos and causes disadvantage. Not bad at all for a level 1. Then moving on to Psychic Blast. This is a quick action, a psychic attack, and it applies Cerebral Agony. The only bad part is it is a 2-round cooldown, but the effect lasts for 2 rounds. I really do like that effect, and of course this Spec Op's all about psychic attacks, so it's going to be really sick. Now for her level 6, it's the Palma Strike. This causes Rattled and Combo Setup. Now I don't know why, but whenever I see Combo Setup, I always think Karnak. Not that that matters, I'm just saying. So yeah, decent level 6, nothing too great. And on to our level 9, Energy Projection. This is a psychic energy attack. It applies Mental Anguish and Psychic Suppression, so prevents most psychic resistances and reductions from functioning. Now that's a game changer. See, before I was just thinking, well, we're going to have to use Kurth, the Techno-Organic Endoskeleton, and so on. Magneto maybe? But this is going to stop that? Yeah, I have to see that in action. It also could very well bring back Emma Frost and some team-up ideas I had before. Equipment sets and so on. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Now for the 64 gold item, it's going to be the Metaphysical Amplifier, set piece 404. It has a psychic prowess effect that says, when another piece is equipped, it becomes a quick action. When the entire set is equipped, applies Mentally Aware to your entire team. Then it's also going to grant a psychic shield, so shield effect absorbs incoming damage and makes you immune to psychic effects for the entire team. Plus it grants your agent Potential Unleashed. So pretty cool gadget. It's interesting having that 64 gold item being a gadget. I think it's been a while since we had that, but I may be wrong. Now as far as the other set pieces, like I said, we can research them, including that gadget. Next up though is going to be the Psyche Operator, an AoE free action that says with 2 other pieces of the set, it gains Deep Disorientation. It's also going to cause Manipulated to all enemies, basically Scroll of Rudimroth, in a way, and Weak Mind, as a free action. Yeah, that is a must-have. After that, there's going to be the Metaphysical Rifle. It has deadly crits with high crits, plus exploits Delirium, so we know this thing's going to hit so hard. It is a psychic energy attack, and with another piece of the set, it counters enemies making offensive actions against their teammates, and follows up on weak-minded enemies. With the entire set, it gains a high chance to interrupt weak-minded enemies. That just sounds incredible. This set may honestly be worth equipping the entire thing. We're going to have to try that out. Finally, we already saw the Staff of Agony. So yeah, like I said, this set looks really good, so I can't wait to use it. But that's not even all. There's a few more things we're going to look at, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think these are new. The Enticing AISO, and that says equip single target psychic action, gains mind control. Pretty nice. Then there's the Dwindling AISO. First one is 20 gold, this one is 30 gold. And it says equip single target psychic action, gains psychic suppression. Then there's a Psychic Focus AISO. Equipped energy attack becomes a hybrid psychic type. And lastly, I think the Succubus AISO may be new. Equipped psychic action, gains psychic vampire. Now of course there's even more than that, and this one's going to show us that yes, Moondragon's going to be able to be used. But first, the Group Therapist AISO. Projected healing removes debuffs. That one's for Mantis. Now Secrets of the Show Lam is for Moondragon, so mind suppression actions are now free actions. That sounds absolutely incredible to me, but I do want to see what that actually means. Free actions though, we'll take them every time. So that shows Moondragon's going to be here soon, but there are a few other ISO that I missed. So I saw these on Facebook. There's a Knockout AISO for Mantis. It says Vital Strike gains Knockout Punch. Then there's going to be a Lucid EISO that's 10 CP. It removes a single harmful psychic status effect each round. Finally, Moondragon has her own EISO, Mentally Swift. And it says Moondragon's mental perception has an increased chance of activating. So there they are, a ton of new ISO to get. And 2 different things for Moondragon. So she will be coming. As for this first look and overview, that's going to be it. But I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Then I wish you the best of luck in Spec Op 35. And of course, as always, take care of yourselves.